Case number 23348137. This is William D. Hunter versus Caprice Bogan and Donnie Hunter at 7800 East Jefferson, apartment 435 in Detroit. Will the parties please identify themselves to the record, starting with the plaintiff, Mr. William Hunter.
Yes, Your Honor. William Hunter,
All right.
plaintiff.
Caprice.
Ms. Bogan, I see that you're here for a termination of tenancy case. Is there a Donnie Hunter here as well? Donnie Hunter?
Yes, he right here.
Can you state your name, Mr.
Can he
Hunter?
speak for himself?
Donnie Hunter, can you please state your name?
Donnie Hunter.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Bogan and Mr. Hunter, your case has been adjourned to the next date of June 9th at 9:30. Our next hearing will take place in courtroom
Your Honor.
530.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Hunter.
Your Honor, I have a situation. This is like an agreement for caregivers services with my niece, really. They have broken into my room in that apartment, taken my TV out of there, chairs and stuff like that, because they have absolutely nothing but a love seat and sofa that I allowed them to bring in there. And I've been threatened. My niece has tried to fight me. She goes into a bipolar harangue. I'm in a tenancy agreement from hell. I mean, the caregivers agreement from hell agreement. And I'm trying to simply relieve myself of the situation because these people have been evicted and are moved from several relatives' place in which
Mr.
they
Hunter,
have virtually.
Mr. Hunter, let me ask
Yes,
you
sir.
this. Do you have a lease agreement with them? Are they your tenants?
No, but I have an agreement to allow them to stay there, and they have paid for.
Then, Mr. Hunter, then at this point, I mean, I can't make the entire decision today. Today is pursuant to the instruction from the Supreme Court. Everyone gets at least two hearings now. So the first hearing, we kind of get things set, and we kind of get the details. So if you want to present, kind of lay things out, you can wait until our next hearing to do that, or you're more than welcome to send something to the court, kind of laying things out if laying out what you have. Or again, you can wait until our next hearing and you can state all those things. But at this point, I can't really decide all that today. That's not what this hearing is for.
Okay, Your Honor, since I live there, since my apartment is there, my bedroom is there, in which I've been accumulated quite a few items. I don't want, at least I have a flat screen TV. I took several things out of there to avoid my niece's psychotic behavior. She's threatened to damage property. They've taken my TV out of my room since I locked the room. They still broke into it. And I'm just simply trying to.
I'm sorry, he has his own apartment downtown. He doesn't live here.
You know, Your Honor, she thinks she's going to get some brownie points for that.
Hold on. We're not going to have the whole hearing today. Let me be clear. That's not going to happen. Now, Mr. Hunter, I'm trying to understand. Do all of you live at this one address of 7800?
Oh,
Yes.
No. He has his own apartment at 1514 Washington.
All right.
You want to ask them if they have an apartment.
Hold on. This is what we're going to do. Because right now I'm hearing everyone tell me everything. I have no proof of anything before me. I don't have anything that shows me who lives where. I can't just take people's word for it at this point. I'm not going to make a decision based on just someone just saying something off the cuff. I have no documents before me. So what we're going to do is when we come back on June 9th at 9:30, I'm going to need the parties to present proof of where they reside, who has ownership of what. Now, In the interim, I will order this. That for the address of 7800 East Jefferson, apartment 435, and no items be removed from that property. Yeah, until we resolve who lives where, who owns what, no items are to be removed, no items are to be damaged. All right, so I'm ordering that for both parties so that we don't have any issue. I'm gonna say this again. I don't want anything removed. I don't want anything broken. I don't want to hear anything about that. If we come back to the next hearing and I find that something that's been removed, something's been broken by a party, you'll be in violation of my order, and at that point, you'll be looking at contempt and potentially being locked up. So I'm saying
Your
that for both.
Honor, Your Honor,
Yes,
can it be like, no, like, cause he comes down here, so can it be like no contact with each other?
I have a right to be there. I got the lease to the place. These people have seized my place. They are little monsters.
Your Honor,
I'm
I'm
just
talking
trying
to
to
you.
protect.
okay,
They
hold
don't want
on,
me to
hold on,
come into
hold
my
on,
place.
Hold on, I don't know who owns what. At this point, all I have
I
before.
got the lease here.
Okay, I don't have it in front of me though. That's wonderful that you have it. I don't have it, Mr. Hunter. And so what I'm saying is so that I understand what is what, when we come back on June 9th, I want to see a copy of the lease so I can tell who has what. I don't know who owns what. I don't know who has the lease. I don't know if this is a sublease, if this is a standard lease.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so, no, because I do have other cases I have to hear. And so what I'm telling both parties, all three of the people that are here for this hearing, when we come back June 9th, I want to see proof from both sides, what you think you own, what you think you're entitled to. But for now, I'm not gonna say who can't come in where. I don't know the situation. What I am ordering, and that I made clear, I don't want anything removed from the premises. I don't want anything broken. And as far as the parties, I don't want to hear about anything where there's been some type of confrontation or anything like that, because not only will the police be called, but you'll have to deal with me when you come back on the 9th. So I'm telling both parties on both sides, if I hear something like that happening, you can potentially be held in contempt and potentially be locked up. So I'm letting everyone know. All right?
Okay, one last second, one last thing. They have locked me out on at least a dozen different occasions. I've warned them before they did this, not to do that. I need to get access to my place. I'm an intelligent person, I think.
Now, Mr. Hunter, hold on. If you are the person who actually owns the premises, and I'm not sure, it sounds like you're the landlord, or maybe you've given permission for them to come or stay there. I'm not sure. I don't know that yet. What I do know is usually if someone is staying someplace, even if you are the landlord or you own the premises, you do know that you have to give them some type of notice that you're coming over. You can't just kind of come and go. I don't know the situation.
I have no problem with that. She has blocked my calls.
Okay, well,
They have locked me out of my place. I'm talking about.
We're gonna be back on this on the 9th. If there's something in particular, is there something in particular that you need, Mr. Hunt? What is it?
I need my television, my television out of there. I've taken my computer and printer and a few other items out just to get them away from her threat to do damage to them. Because I called the police.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Hunter. Hold on. All right, Ms. Bogan?
Yes.
Okay. His television, printer, and what's the other thing, Mr. Hunter? And your computer? Are they there at that residence, 78-435?
I've taken, Your Honor, the computer and the printer, I've taken that out of there to protect them from being damaged.
Okay, so what is it that you're talking about then? Is it just
TV? I got a flat screen TV.
All right, now hold on. Ms. Bogan,
Yes.
is the television still there?
No, it's no longer here.
Why?
All right, well, Mr. Hunter, I can't deal with something that's not there. So,
Your Honor, this lady is being slick. my TV.
Mr. Hunter, what is it that you think I can do? I don't know whether or not the television is there.
Okay. I'm gonna file a complaint with the police department today, the 7th precinct.
All right, so again.
She told me she damaged it and took
All
it
right,
out of
Mr.
there.
Then if that's the case, I'll leave it to you to file a police report about your property, but as for the actual unit itself, we're going to come back June 9th at 9:30. This hearing will be in person. I'm expecting both sides to come here with proof about what they own and don't own, so that when we have a discussion the next time, I'm not gonna accept someone just saying that. I'm talking to both sides. I'm not just talking to you, Mr. Hunter, I'm talking both sides. Who owns what, who has a right to what? Provide proof.
They have nothing.
No, Mr. Hunter, I'm talking to both sides, not just you. So we will come back then. I can't make all these decisions with nothing in front of me. So again, that concludes our hearing for today.
Okay, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr.
Can I go into a breakout room with the attorney?
All right, I was trying to get to that. So the reason you're being given the adjournment today is to give you time to talk to an attorney. There are free attorneys who are here today. They may be able to help you. Would you like to speak with one of the free attorneys?
Yes.
All right, is there an agency attorney available? Is there an agency attorney available?
Your Honor, I believe all our agency attorneys are currently in breakout rooms. I can begin speaking to them though.
All right, so Mr. Flynn, we have Mr. Priest-Bogan and Mr. Downey Hunter. They're here for a termination of tenancy case. Their case has been adjourned to the next date of June 9th at 9:30. That hearing will be in person for me. All right, so Ms. Bogan and Mr. Downey Hunter, don't hang up. You're about to see a prompt come up in your device that's going to take you to a breakout room with Mr. Flynn, so you can talk to an attorney. So Mr. Hunter.
What is the attorney's name?
Well, I don't know yet. I don't know which attorney they're going to talk to yet. They haven't decided who's going to be. That person will be determined at probably later on, a few minutes later. I don't know. But I'm sure you can talk to that person when we come back for the next hearing.
Okay. Is there any way my attorney can be private?
Yeah, it's not going to be a public person. So just look for the prompt. The breakout room is just going to be a separate room. You're not going to have all these people listening. So just hold on. It's going to be private. Okay. All right.
Your Honor, I have an attorney also. I just want Arlene Woods.
Mr. Hunter, then you need to have that attorney. I know you need to have that person file their appearance and they can show up at the next hearing as well. We'll have everyone come back June 9th at 9:30. June 9th at 9:30. Everyone can bring their attorney and come back on that time. Right?
Very well.
Okay, can he invite me again to the breakout room?
All right, just check your device.
Okay, thank you.
You can leave. The attorney will be on the register of action.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Attorney Coleman, do you have something ready?
Yeah, I don't know I've been waiting for a while. No one has communicated with me on either of my two files for the past 2.5 hours. So I'm just trying to see where I'm at in this process.
We've got Ms. Talley who's there. Ms. Talley?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, ma'am, were you able to speak with an attorney in your case, Ms. Talley?
Yes, I was.
All right, are they representing you or just give you advice only?
Advice only.
Okay, then what I suspect is you probably want to be able to talk with Mr. Coleman directly.
Yes.
And Your Honor, I just have to vent my frustration that I've been sitting there for 2.5 hours and no one has told me that I could have talked to Ms. Talley by now. That's very frustrating. And I do have other things I need to do. And it's not on Ms. Talley. I will speak to Ms. Talley. We work something out, but that's just unfair to me to be here for 2.5 hours. And I could have spoke to her and could have had something worked out prior to this. But I'm just voicing my frustration, and I'll talk to Ms. Talley if you can put us in the breakout room.
All right. Before you go, Mr. Coleman, let me see if there's another person you need to talk to. Ms. Trinita Green?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, did you talk with an attorney?
I did.
All right, and did they agree to represent you, just give you advice only?
Advice only.
All right, so that's actually two people, Mr. Coleman. So you got
I can
this.
talk to Ms. Tally first, and then you set me up and to give me controls, or I can talk to Ms. Tally first, and then I'll speak to Ms. Green next.
Okay, thank you.
Supposed to be advice only. You know, in the future, if I have my own room, I can work this stuff out way quicker than this.
Well, in a minute, Mr. Coleman, when everything's in person, we won't have any of these virtual issues. We have less than a week. We've got 4 days. 4 days, everything goes back somewhat to the way it used to be.